Today we studied about comparative genomics. First, we discussed about the comparative genomics. Comparative genomics is a part of genomics in which we studied about the genome and comparative analysis between the two species or different species genome. So it can be defined as a large scale comparison of genome in order to understand the biology of an individual genome as well as to extract general principle applying to groups of genome. This study based on the assumption that how many biological sequence structure function are across the different organism have similarity and how these signal from these organisms can be increased by combining them in analysis. It was found that approx 80% genes present in the human and mouse are similar. So next, its importance of what are the important issues related to the comparative genomics. First, to align the large genome sequences. Second, their comparative approach, how can we compare and to find the genes that we have to compare. Then assign their functioning and identify the regulatory reasons, and further by identifying them we can utilize for these annotated data or these search data for further daily research purposes. The gene prediction can be done by using three approaches. First is a statistical or ab initio method, second one is the homology method, and third one is the comparative method. In case of a statistical method, we attempt to predicate the gene by statistical properties by using different programs like GeneScan, GeneID, Genie, and Genia. And next one is the homology method. Homology, we find the homologous sequences. In this, the DNA sequence is compared with the known protein sequences structure, and by using the splice alignment programs like ProCrust and GeneWise, we determine the homology between the protein samples and the DNA sequence. And the third one is the comparative method. In this method, the DNA sequences is compared with the same species DNA sequences or the genome sequences or with the another one to determine the evolutionary relationship between the genes based on the assumption that exons will be well conserved or where the intron will not. There are different programs used for these comparative methods such as CEM conserved exon methods or TWIS or twin scan. So there are basically three terms. First is the homologous gene sequences, second is the orthologous, and third one is the paralogous. So homologous genes are derived from the common ancestor, may have either similar sequences or similar functions, and these are further can be divided into two classes, that is orthologous and the paralogous. Orthologous means they have same function in different organisms, and paralogous present in a single species arise by the duplication, but new copy has a novel function or a novel characteristic. And by knowing the and by comparing these genome sequences or the homology genes or their orthology and paralogy further diversification, we can plot the different evolutionary distance or identify the possible distance or the coding sequence or the conserved sequence that are still present between the two different species or the unique to the human or the other species. So there are different steps that we follow in comparative genomics to perform and confirm the true functionality and relatedness between the two gene sequences of two different species. So there are different steps that we follow. First, we identify any other paralogy sequences that affect our analysis by using different softwares like using Blasta, and after identifying the paralogy related or paralogy or the relatedness between them, we confirm or identify the similarity in text between the nucleotide and the protein level between the paralogy or the orthology sequences, and after analyzing them we perform the evolutionary analysis between the nucleotide and the protein sequences, that is by phylogeny we can, or the phylogeny relatedness, and by using the BLASTA and the phylogenetic methods we can better study the repeat substitution or the variable rate of the evolutionary among the sequences. And after there are multiple genes are placed in a evolutionary tree representing the genealogical relationship between these species, and we compare the intron as well as the exon structures of a orthologous gene to determine the evolutionary related between the genes, to show the similar gene structure. And after examining these similarity index we can examine the chromosomal content of the two orthologous genes of the closely related species, either they have conserved segment with the neighboring genes or not. So the application of comparative genomics is the comparative analysis of genome to yield or to locate the location of gene and the regulatory regions present in the genome. And after comparative analysis of genome we can easily yield a evolutionary tree or a phylogenetic tree to plot the relatedness or the relativeness between the two different species. And we can easily identify the history of a proteins epigenomics changes that occur during the evolution, like mutation, duplication, or deletion in a genome, that helps to predicate the function and the annotation of a the genome with the progression of time. And beside that, conclusively it's a time taking process, and there is a large scale genome alignment is still difficult for us, so we need a prior knowledge to build a probabilistic model of a gene that encrypts. And the second one is the we need uh, new softwares, so we can get easily get a result within a short time duration. And conclusively we said that genome scale alignment is still difficult, and we need further softwares for better study.